Shaman Hawk here for Shamanic Lodge, hanging out with Orsi, still in Dusseldorf, Germany, with our buddy Walter Spiegel at the Shamanic School. Orsi, as you can see here, is very busy making medicine bags. Medicine bags are a very traditional part of shamanism, and she's got a nice little way of doing it she's got to talk about today. Orsi, would you like to tell us a little bit about your medicine bag process and how they work?
Yeah, first of all, I will show you that this is how I saw them together. And now will be the part when I just,
Turn it outside right?
yes, turn it outside right. So how they work, it's really simple. It's all about the intention with what I work on them. Usually we give this to people with who we work in appointments, because we do our energetical work, but sometimes still people need in everyday life some kind of energetical support. So this is why we are making these medicine bags to help them. It's not easy all the time to help them harmonize or balancing out their energies. So this is how it looks when you just turn it.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
And what kind of material is that?
This is. I love to recycle, so this is a recycled leather. I love to use leather. I think the easiest material to use, and to sew it together, and it also it takes not takes time, but
It lasts a long time?
yes, lasts a long time. Yes.
So that came from what? Like a jacket or something?
Oh yeah, I had a leather, a top, I would say, what I bought in second hand, and it's still good. It was big for me, so I realized that maybe I should recycle it. So I'm doing now medicine bags out from it and just giving to people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you put inside these bags?
This really depends. Usually what I feel towards those people with who I work. But you can see here, I have shells, seashells. I have stones from Frauenstein. I have here, how we call this?
That's willow leaves.
That's willow leaves, or crystals, acorn, chestnut. It really depends on and what I feel on the moment that people need in the medicine bag.
And how do you decide that though? You're saying you put different things inside, but what is it in particular where you say, yes, this person needs a crystal, this person needs an acorn? Is there a logic to that? Is it just instinct?
Pretty much instinct. I mean, sometimes I ask myself why I put exactly that seashell and this crystal. It's just really about the feeling from the heart or from my gut that what they need, and it's really important to listen to the person to the person's story, and this is how I connect with my feelings, and I just put those things in the medicine bag.
So when you say listen to the person, you mean this is the person that comes to you for an appointment?
Yes, absolutely, yes. Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
And then so how long do people wear these?
I recommend to people that to wear it on the heart or on the solar plexus. And what I also suggest is to wear as much as they feel, and then to give it back to nature with crystal, with everything it has inside of it, and just let it go. In this way, what you charged with, all the negative energies or emotions or feelings, you can really let it go and release that with the medicine bag. If you throw it in the river or you leave it hanged up in the forest. So this is how it works.
Okay, so when you give this back to nature and you say like throw it in the river, so now this medicine bag is flowing down the river, and what effect does that have? Does that have an effect on the people, on the bag? I mean, obviously getting wet and sinking, but is there some magical intention behind that?
Yes, usually I suggest to people that when they throw it out, also to have the intention that with this medicine bag, they can release everything they need to release from their life, from their
So with this, of course, English isn't your native language, but you're doing so well. So we'll give you a save there. So
Yeah.
but okay, so are they always about releasing, or can people bring things into their life with the medicine bag?
Oh, of course that they can bring in their life things with the medicine bag. For example, a while ago, few months ago, we made a medicine bag for a man who wanted to bring in his life the woman of his life, I would say, and we do usually with in two ways. Sometimes we just give it to the people, but sometimes we also wear it. So with that man, I also I wear his medicine bag before I give it to him, because in that way I could charge it with really loving energy, and to in this way he can embrace it, and he can let me say that
Assimilate?
Assimilate that loving energy.
Well, that was one of my questions. I was going to ask you, so you can wear them first before you give them to someone, but yet you can also make it and then just let them be the first person to wear it.
This is how I mean. It really depends on the person's story, the person's life story, and what issues they have in their life. But yeah, it's on the moment that I will still wear it, or I just give it to the person to wear it.
So now, when someone wants to release it back to nature and they put it up on a tree, and somebody else picks it up, or an animal takes it, what happens then?
I really believe deeply in power of nature, and by finding it, I can imagine that medicine bag will have another signature, energy signature, nature's energy signature. So there is no problem if somebody just pick it and just take it and wear it.
Do you think it's possible that, so person number one has a medicine bag that you gave them to help them with something wanted. Person number one hangs it on a tree. Do you think it's possible that person number two is attracted to the bag and wears it and has the same positive results?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it can be.
That sounds like a bargain. Huh? All right, so what if, since they're natural materials, what if the string breaks? Does that break the magic? Does that do anything harmful to the person? Should the person worry about it?
Oh no, we had lots and lots of experiences when people are wearing, sleeping with it, taking shower with it. So it's normal. It's something natural to break the leather. We work with these leather pieces, and it's normal to break sometimes. But they can come back, or they can just put another piece of leather. This kind of leather you can also buy it. But there is no problem. it's all about intention when you put it back on the medicine bag. Just having a good intention with it.
Well, talking about the intention, so it's obviously programmed with your intention. What if they have a special chain or something that it means a lot to them, and they want to replace the string with that special chain? Is that okay?
Oh, of course. In this case, I always suggest people to really follow their feelings. So if they feel to change it, of course, that's okay. Sure.
So that's a different example of what you said earlier. I mean, not different, but another way of saying that you really trusted your instincts and you were really into the moment, trusting your gut and your heart and your intuition. And you're saying it's okay with the people when they do the same thing with the things that you give them.
Oh yeah, I'm empowering people to trust their feeling and to follow it and flow with it. Yeah.
That's
So
beautiful.
okay.
Speaking of beautiful ceremonies and things, you know, when we spent 3 weeks camping on the beach in Bulgaria, you did this one custom. You made this beautiful hanging platform out of the sticks that were close to us, and you put a pile of medicine bags that you're made, and you just let them. It looked like they were baking in the sun. You know, you share with the intentions you had with all those medicine bags?
Yeah, I mean, before I put them in the sun, they were spending a few days in the sand. So I dig out a hole in the sand and I put them into the ground. So I love to work with the 4 elements, and I feel like that's the perfect harmony. So I tried to, not tried, but did, to charge with all the elements from nature and just charging it with the power of the ground, power of the sun, the air also, because they were like always just like floating,
Swinging in the
and
breeze,
swinging.
yeah?
Yeah. So this is how that was a really on the moment impulse to do that.
And how many of them were there? Do you remember?
Oh, like 28.
And where did they go?
Yeah, I give them away. It was a nice, I think that was also personal ritual. It really was when I was giving away my books and my crystals in my, not hometown, but where I live already for 10 years in Cluj-Napoca. And when I gave the books, I really felt with few persons to offer them a medicine bag. And the rest of it, I went home in my hometown in Satu Mare, and I was just purely guided to give a few on for my family, and yeah, they just. Yeah, I gave them away in Cluj and in Satu Mare, and here I am in Düsseldorf when I'm doing new ones, and I'm sewing them together here. But for sure, I will go back to the Frauenstein, and I will charge them there with that magical energy.
Just so people who are not familiar, Frauenstein means the lady's stones. It's a special place of ancient mythology and German witchcraft, magical part of the forest. And she was just there the other day. Well, we're going to go ahead and close this up and let you get busy. Thanks a lot for talking to us.
Thank you.
Okay, YouTube,
See you
Shaman
later.
Hawk, and Orsolya for Shamanic Lodge. Catch you guys later.